Hey guys, Filthy Cubone here. I'm back from retirement. Now today, I'm going to be bringing you all a very serious video going over the competitive usage of Seedot. Now, in Gen 3, you're not going to use it. In NU, you can just use its evolution Nuzleaf, and even Nuzleaf is shit. Just, no, don't use Seedot in Gen 3. Now with the 4th generation came Little Cup. Finally, an official metagame to use baby mons like Seedot. Now, let's see what Seedot has going for him. Alright, first of all, Chlorophyll. Very good, so competition here. Let's see what else he has to kind of stand out from the crowd. Explosion. Fan-fucking-tastic in Gen 4. And that's where all the goodness ends. Now, unfortunately, Execute has both Chlorophyll and Explosion and better stats. Seedot tops off at 26 speed in the sun. Execute, 28. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, hey, Filthy Cubone, it's just 2 speed, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is being able to outspeed threats like Choice Scarf Abra, Scarf Ponyta, Staryu, Magby, Gligar, Scarf Ghastly, like all these Scarf threats, Stunky, Anorith. These are things that you're going to want to outspeed or at least speed tie, and Seedot fails to do so. Now, let's say that you have a dedicated Sun team of both Execute and Seedot, or maybe you just want to meme on your opponent and you just want to kind of maximize the effect. Now, I have some sets here that are kind of viable. I say kind of viable because they're still pretty shit, but let's just go over them. Now, with this set, you're going to want to switch in whenever you have the sun already up. A good partner for this would be Sunny Day Explosion Onyx. Onyx sets up Sunny Day, then explodes, giving Seedot the free switch in to maybe do some work. Now you have Solar Beam. That's going to be hitting things pretty hard. Hidden Power Fire, that's going to be for any Steel or Grass type switching in. Shadow Ball here, that's going to be basically just for Ghastly or Abra. If they come in on a Shadow Ball, they're fucking dead. Explosion, you're going to use that on the last turn of Sun, or if you're about ready to die, it's going to be taking down, it's going to be doing a decent dent on the enemy. Now for the second set here, it's getting rid of Explosion and replacing it with Nasty Plot. This is going to be very high risk because you're going to have to assume that they're giving you a free turn for Nasty Plot setup, which probably not going to happen. If they do fuck up and let you get up the Nasty Plot though, you are going to be going to town with Solar Beams. Okay, it's going to be pretty good for like the 2 or 3 turns that you can. It's still not going to be great, let's be honest, but I mean, you're going to be doing some work for those 2 or 3 turns that you have Sun. Now this final set is something of my own creation. Now, I lied earlier when I said that Execute has all the tools that Seedot has, because Seedot has one thing Execute doesn't, and that is Sword Stance. Now, if you go a full attack set with Sword Stance, Explosion, Seed Bomb, and Quick Attack, you're not going to be doing much, but okay, yeah, it's still pretty shit, but I did this damage calc. Okay, this is a +2 explosion against Aaron, which doubly resisted. Okay, it has high defense, 81.8 to like 95.4% of his health. Like anything that's not Ghastly or Aaron is going to be blown the fuck up by this explosion. Now, it's going to have the same drawbacks that the Nasty Plot set has, because it's assuming that the opponent gives you a turn to set up, but if it does, you're going to be blowing something up very hard. Now, the 5th generation is where things went from bad to absolute dumpster fire for Seedot. Now, let's go over some of the buffs that it got. Growth now boosts both attack and special attack by 2 stages when in the sun. That makes it where his explosion is hypothetically going to be doing more damage. Now I say hypothetically because let's go over the downsides. Explosion got mega nerfed in the 5th gen and no longer halves the enemy's defense, meaning explosion is going to be doing less damage. Another downside of the 5th gen is new chlorophyll sweepers. We're talking Deerling, Bulbasaur. It's just not good to be a chlorophyll sweeper. I mean, let's go over this list real quick. Chlorophyll. Yeah, I mean, the same execute still there. I mean, he's not really competing against Sunkern or Swaddle, but I mean, the fact they have to compete with Bulbasaur, Bellsprout, Deerling, Execute, Oddish, I mean, it's just not good for Seedot. Now let's go over the best set, and when I say the best set, I mean this is like the only set you can use. It's still so fucking bad. Like, don't use it. Alright, now I'm gonna be speedrunning Gen 6 through 8 because it's just more and more bad news for Seedot. Gen 6, awful, don't use it. Gen 7, what? You're gonna use a Z crystal on fucking Seedot? No, you're not. Don't use this piece of shit. Now, Gen 8, things get a little interesting for it because of because of Dexit. There's less chlorophyll sweepers. And let's go in here. There's less competition for chlorophyll. I mean, it still has Execute, and it still has Oddish, and it still has Bulbasaur. But if you're running a dedicated Sun team, you can do worse than Seedot. Seedot also got Sucker Punch, which is kind of cool, but I mean, in Gen 8 Low Cup, for a time at least, you could do worse than Seedot. I say for a time because, as you can see here, when I try to validate things, chlorophyll is fucking banned in Gen 8. So, no, you're not going to be using Seedot in Gen 8 anymore. In conclusion, Seedot fucking sucks, and the only thing it's going to be accomplishing is making you fail No Nut November. Yeah, that's right. Seedot's an acorn. Acorns are nuts.